The 96th minute is complete. And the whistle is gone for a 2-0 win on the board tonight. Eric Milik. Oh boy, oh boy. 2 in a row. And Frankie, where you at? Where you at, buddy? Your boy, Federico Gatti, for his first Serie A match goal. Colin also was saying, yes, sir. Did he get Colin got the score predict? Oh, did he? Was it in there? I also no, I got one now. Okay, so Colin got one. All right. I'll check in on that as well. But yeah, I mean, there it is, guys. 1-0 for the old Juve. I got to put on the F1 now, though. I'm doing it. I am putting the F1. F1 sprint. That can go on in the background as we post-game this. Oh, somebody didn't look happy. Piastri, the rookie, in first. So I think we're happy today, guys. Frankie saying Costas given the highest rating on FOTMob. So he does. Yeah. Well, let's look at that then. Why don't we? That's it. 8 point. I swear it just said 8.1. It says 8.2 now. $8.2 though. Let's look. Played 76 minutes, 1 assist, 2 shots, 72% passes, created 6 chances. I don't know if they got an 8.2 out of that. Crazy. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. Keane with a 6, Marti 6.5. So Kostic H2, 8.2. Rabiot, 7.4. Loca, 7.6. McKennie, 6.8. Weah, 7.4. Danilo, 8. Bremer, 7. Gatti, 8.1. And Tech, a 7.5. I think they're pretty decently on point. I would maybe knock McKennie. Yeah, that's decent for McKennie. Kostic just a little high. A little. I would put him at like a 7-8. Maybe even an 8. A solid, just 8. Yeah, it did just update right at the end. But how's it go to 8.2 if he had been substituted for 15 minutes at that point? Jesus, I don't know. Weird. Okay, so I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Let's look at more of the stats. So we only made 3 substitutions. They only made 4. Which I find interesting. Not even for the last couple minutes, just to say, hey, go run around for a little bit. Not even that. I'd be disappointed if I was on the bench for that one. Okay, our momentum actually is a little more balanced out this week, and we have more of the peaks. A lot better to see that. Where's the stats? Where do they put the stats? Am I an idiot? Do I not see the stats? Oh, man. There they are. Okay. Quick refresh. So it was a 50-50 possession. XG were actually right on point, 2.02. They were at a 0.7. Total shots 17-10, so that's decent. 17 shots. On target 6. Could be better. Big chances 4-0. Big chances missed 2-0. Passes 348 at 82%, and they're 350 at 82%. So they passed a lot more in that second half. We at least split it up a bit. Fouls 10-8, corners 7-3. So yeah, a lot more corners. We usually don't overload on the corners like that either. But we pretty much won stat-wise overall. I mean, a couple minor toss-ups, but I guess you can say it's not like total domination, but we had it. We essentially had this game. Not the most exciting. It was a Allegri ball. First half was atrocious. So there's 5 cars out in today's sprint race already. So that's also exciting. F1 race fans, you're gonna have to catch up on that. I'm gonna have to look at some replays. Yeah, Jeff's saying much better second half. Guys, I gotta share the link. You don't want to hear me talk. I was hoping for Dash to come in and do some crazy Eastern European accent for me. But you've heard me now for 2 hours, 10 minutes. Long enough. Link is in the chat. Please do join in. That's it. That's for the stats. I'm gonna get rid of that because those they're boring. So Jeff with the X, with an X, the X, Jeff with the X because he's from the Tampa Bay. Crap, I was close to my prediction. I had a 2-1. Close, but not. No, you lost. Dash, I'll be on 10 minutes. Man, you are held up. Why is traffic always so shit where you live? Live somewhere better, Dash. Jeez. So links up. Check it out. Lines are open. And I want to hear what you guys have to say. Jeff, I'm only going to hear you today. Is there any new takers? We always hear from the same guys. We like to have new guys once in a while as well. I feel like maybe you might be a little bit intimidated by us, which I understand. Some of you guys are aggressive. But they're all bark, no bite. Doesn't use horse and buggy. He's from Motor City, America there. Detroit. I wonder what he drives. I don't even know what he drives. Dash, what do you drive? People saying the most important thing today is the win, and he is absolutely correct. It is the most important thing, and it's 2-0. I mean, that's clean. That's nice and clean. Misak in the house. What's going on?
Yo, I'm at work. I was watching it at work. Yeah. Yeah, it's congratulations. Shooting is black and white as it's always been.
Yeah.
Always and forever. How was your impression of the game?
Oh, first half was not great. Second half, we got a couple bangers, and then parked the bus, chilled out, and did the Allegri
thing. It out. Yeah, I honestly, to be honest, me too. I didn't expect anything more. Especially not because of Vlahovic, especially without Chiesa, because he's our everything. So losing him and putting Miretti instead of Miretti, like he had a bad game, I think, in my opinion. He was stifled a lot, lost possession a lot, was too slow. So like he has to improve. But Yildiz in that cameo in 10 minutes showed me that no, if Chiesa is out, Yildiz should play.
Chiesa's out. Oh my!
If Chiesa is out, Yildiz should play. No, he is good. If he can know a player is good, how they handle the ball.
Okay, we have Keane supporter here. Is this Bones?
Yeah, King was great.
It is me.
Honestly.
Colin's in, Jeff's in, everyone's in. Welcome, everyone. We're just missing Dash.
I see you guys later. I'm going to go continue my work now because I took a 2-hour shady leave.
Take care, Misa.
See you guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Take care, man.
Bye-bye.
All right, Jeff, you're the next guy in the stream. What are your thoughts on the game?
Oh, it was much better. Much better. I think I don't know if Allegri recognized that Torino was bad on the set pieces and probably why he put Kostic. I think due to that weakness that Torino had, I think Kostic was probably one of the best players on the 11. So yeah, I thought that's really what I looked into because both of the goals were set pieces. And then there was other opportunities that we had close to scoring again based on set pieces. So I thought Kostic was the man for the job for this game. First half was a disaster. Obviously, I didn't really like it. No creativity, no work. Everybody was scared. It just seemed like crap, to be honest. Second half, much better. They pulled it together, which is great. Milik did his job. Keane did fine. He just needs to be more clinical and maybe watch those offsides, especially in the first minute. Like I think he finished it perfectly. Weah did good. I think McKennie and Weah combination, I'm liking that. But other than that, yeah, I think it's fine. Let's focus on Milan now, and I think that's it.
That's it. All right. Colin, what are you saying?
I'm pretty disappointed Misak was only around for 30 seconds. I was
Get all riled up, were you?
No. I felt like today I would have probably the same opinion as him. I was super underwhelmed. It's games like these where we need to rectify our game plan. Right? We get to like kind of bare minimum and building blocks. Yeah. And I felt like, I'll use Yildiz when he came on as a reference point. Night and day for the last 10 minutes, an absolute night and day because of one player. And I think it was the 86th minute. Rabiot was bursting down, and Yildiz was to his left, and I think Milik was off to his right. He could have passed. He laid it off late to Yildiz, and the ball was behind him.
Yeah,
so he held it long, and it reminded me of us when we play pro clubs because we're all greedy bastards. Where we held it too long, and then we get caught up, right? And to me, that was our major problem, is that we have guys like Keane who can finish, but they need the creative people behind them, but we don't have that. I thought I was super underwhelmed. And that kind of like scared me because Rabiot is one of our main goal scorers, unfortunately. And even him, he's more of like a box to box, super talented Arturo Vidal. So to me, it was just exemplified our limitations. I'm super happy that we won. I'm super happy that I predicted it. And 3 points. But yeah, I think that we need to start to mitigate be serious about our expectations of the year. Unless if you can't, people will say it's creative players cost money. Okay, if you can't buy them, then we need to teach them. So we need to start to see some fruition on that end.
I wanted to add up on one thing about it to have more serious expectations, because there are some things that Giuntoli and Allegri were saying regarding on we're only as good as Atalanta or Torino, and that we need to just only focus on the top four, and we're dreaming too much. I just think that we're selling ourselves a little too short. That's really what I think. It's just, you could say, I just think what it is that I don't think you should say that in public. You should at least talk to your players in private, especially with Allegri.
Allegri's been doing this for years. Where Allegri's a politician in the making. He always underplays things, and
I know.
for the benefit, right? So I don't mind how they do that, but
he's never going to do that. But I think it's just there are things that you can say out in the public, and there are things where you got to say in the locker room, and that's the only concern. I think we're really selling ourselves short. I think we got a lot of good talent.
No, I think it's an underplay. Yeah, I think it's just politics, man. I think you read too much into that one. I don't know, but okay, Frankie's in, but Bones has been waiting as well. Bones, what's going on?
I was just gonna say, but I do agree. Especially on smaller games, we should be trying something different. Especially when you notice that your midfield hasn't been really creating anything. How can we move this around to put a different player to maybe see if we see a spark in something, you know? Like I was telling Dave, even though Keane didn't score, but I see a lot of hold up plays with him. He can really hold the ball. And him maybe behind the strikers or something could maybe do something, but try something. I want to see something. I'm glad we won though. That's a
Keane is a consummate finisher. He needs supply.
Yeah.
He just needs some consistency as well, I think. Frankie, man, what's going on?
Gatinho!
He's been holding back.
I've been holding back a little bit, but my boy Gatti scored today. I'm very, very happy about that.
Of course,
I just want to talk about the great reception from the fans today. It's a derby, obviously, so people are going to show up a little more. But I mean, it's just the atmosphere was amazing. This is what we need every single game.
Oh yeah,
100% agree. 100% agree.
100. Yep, for sure.
You know where that atmosphere went? It went with the J.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna bring that up, but you're just too emotional. That's all it is. People say,
I won't argue that. I won't argue that.
people say Keane's startings make me feel so much danger on the rivals area.
Dude, even that offside, that beginning goal, obviously he scored that. It was offside. That was a phenomenal finish.
Absolutely.
That was, and his control too to bring it down.
Dude,
sure.
even
Oh,
that
that split.
acrobatic
Yo, that
touch,
split.
he had that dude. His foot was like on where his head is, and bro was like, you know what? I'm gonna control that touch.
Yeah.
Dude's
Yeah,
not
it
even
was,
getting that.
it was pretty wild. I waited for the replay to make sure I saw that correctly because it was like, no, he didn't do that.
It makes you wonder what he could do with proper playing time.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, and because he's so young, right? You don't want to ruin him. You want him to play. So I don't know. Do we buy Berardi and go 4-3-3? And just no, just start throwing Keane up there as a target man. You got Berardi and Chiesa on the wings.
Yeah, but then what do you do with Dusan?
Sell
Put him in J
Sell him.
Medical.
You sell him?
You put him in J Medical, man. He's already there.
Well, then if you put Dusan on J Medical, then you just put Keane in there. So I guess that solves the problem.
But I mean, Milik scoring too, though.
Yeah, Milik, that's 2 goals, 2 games, bro.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm
Off the
sure
bench,
Frankie
too.
will have a name, but I can't think. I'm willing to bet there's another player that's cheaper and younger than Berardi in the same mold.
Maybe a Mexican player, Frankie.
Right.
Anyone?
Waiting for a Mexican player, yeah.
Uriel Antuna is probably the only guy I can think of right now who's been playing really good in the Mexican league. He plays for Cruz Azul. He's been dicing it up. Even maybe like a Luis Chavez to bring him in and put him on the. He can play on both sides. Yeah, he's pretty good, younger than Berardi, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, Berardi's 28, 29. I don't think he should come to Juve now. It was years ago that we should have got him. And I'm super pro Berardi, so.
Yeah, the age is a little bit of a concern. It's not horrible. Put like a 2 to 3 year contract on it, and it's decent.
Max.
But it would all depend on how much you're paying to get him as well. So that's interesting. We're going to hear more of it. The capital increases here. There is an official statement. So I know yesterday I didn't see an official one, but there was one this morning. So the money's there. However we use it, we'll see. The rumors are already starting.
Bring in the other Milinkovic Savage. Bring in the brother.
I think we're waiting a couple years for Donnarumma, or at least next year, the very least.
Oh no, I got a feeling Donnarumma's out the door this year, bro. I got a feeling he's out.
Yeah, so like for next season
not
at
good.
the earliest, yeah.
Boo! Boo!
Talk about
What
a
an
fucking entrance, huh, everybody?
Oh,
Talk,
Dash is
talk
here.
about 316.
Well played.
Torino 316 just said we just whooped their ass. 2-0 win.
What?
What? No.
Do you smell what the
There we
Dash is
go.
cooking?
Yeah.
No, hey, Dash. Next time you gotta come in with some beers and clank them together and chug them. You gotta do it that way.
It's an expensive rig.
I don't know how you. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a very expensive PC that I do not want any of
Yeah,
that.
spill all the fucking
There we
beer
go. It was
on
kind of
his
funny.
keyboard and shit.
I didn't realize that the volume of the song was so low, so I played it, and then I saw you guys pause, and then I just cranked it up, and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" No, but
Yeah, I literally thought some kitchen supplies were falling off. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, first is like, what's going on?
I'd like to draw attention to the fact that the mustache is gone.
oh yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Welcome back to society.
I don't know what is going on, but lately I've been seeing that state trooper stash coming.
Oh yeah, the 80s is back.
Yeah, man. It's
Kids
all
didn't
over
realize how ridiculous the 80s was.
I'm looking at the super trooper stash again.
It's a
is.
thing, man.
Nostalgic.
It's a thing for some reason. I don't know why people.
I don't know
stashes.
either.
You know,
So,
who needs
Jeff,
stash? Do
Jeff, can you buy a liter of cola?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Colin definitely got that joke. It's a Super Troopers joke, guys.
Boy, you got some pretty lips. You
haven't
look like you
seen-
can
I
suck
haven't
a
seen it
golf
in a
ball through a
while, so,
garden
like,
hose.
I have to watch it again, but yeah.
I'll be
It's
Oh,
just
wait,
they,
class.
they,
Is
they just
that's
get a
the
liter of
second
cola,
one?
right?
If I refer, that's the second one. That's where the one that were in Canada.
I love what is
Yeah, I
it?
think so.
Yeah.
Fucking-
I haven't seen that in a while, so
Because they go and they want a cola, right? And
yeah,
I
it's like
forget
a
what he says,
liter.
like, go pick me up a whatever of cola. And he comes back and it's like, a liter of cola? What's a liter of cola?
No, I get it. No, I get it now. Like, cause yeah, we don't even use liters. Like, we're just so separated from society.
Fucking Farva.
Fucking-
Well, there's your homework, guys. Super
There you go.
Troopers.
Dave, you can take your break if you want, buddy.
I am going to take my break.
I was waiting for. Is Kevin not coming on, or has he been abducted by the Drugi Ultras? Like he's
Maybe. Kevin wasn't in his normal seats, and he was like up in the nosebleeds in the crowd of us. So,
yeah. Welcome to being a peasant. No, I'm just kidding. We love you, buddy.
all right, I'll be back in a bit.
Alrighty, well,
They done stole my boy Kevin. They done stole him.
they done stole him. Kevin's officially part of the Drugi. He's no longer turned Giants. No, he's probably like kidnapped
Yeah.
or something like that.
It's gonna be called the Drugi Giants or the
Drugi
Giant
Giant.
Drugi.
It just sounds sexual, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, that just doesn't sound right at all.
Hey, yo, girl, you want this Drugi? I got you. Or hey, I gotta say it with
Yeah,
an
I
Eastern
did touch
European
of
accent.
Florida.
The
Yeah,
Drugi.
hey, lady, you want to come in? I got the big Drugi for you. It's big, very Drugi.
Hey, yo, mami, ¿quieres ese Drugi?
Yeah, sí, mamacita, vamos a huevo mi Drugi, no?
It just sounds wrong.
It
And, like,
sounds terrible.
sounds
Totally
so
terrible.
wrong.
I need to put the rated M. Listing. No. So I think it was interesting because I was listening to your guys' takes as you came in, and I think we're all in alignment here. I think though, I was really disappointed in Allegri for not trying the 3-4-1-2. That was my main thing, right? Torino, in my opinion, look, Juric is a great defensive coach, but like the guy has the offensive prowess of a puppy dog. Like offensively, Torino threatens you like a puppy dog. They have literally nothing.
Zapata can create some shit out of nothing, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like as far as like a constant threat, right? Like they need set pieces. Like most of their game is dependent on the set piece. So my issue that I have is like this is one of those games you need to experiment. Like our midfield has the threatening factor of an infant toddler. That is how threatening our midfield is offensively.
Yeah,
It's the truth, right? And I remember I had a comment on when I did my Atalanta post where I said our midfield is terrible, and one of the guys is like, I can't argue it. Because like the thing is like I like the idea of starting McKennie and Weah on the pitch the same time. I didn't like their positioning. I think Weah should have been a center forward next to Keane. McKennie should have been a right wing back, and Moretti should have went deeper in the midfield. That 3-5-1-1 was absolutely stupid in my opinion. Because the one thing that I saw Weah and Keane connecting a lot. But at that point, I'm like, why not just put Weah as a center forward at that point? Because you essentially have fire and ice, right? Because like you have Weah that's the speedster, just straight speed, and then you have Keane that's the ice that can do a scissor kick in the air and make an absolute phenomenal touch. So you have those two interjecting or playing off of each other. That would give you a little bit more threateningness in the middle. But
But do you think Allegri's that daring to be doing new shit? Because like we think of all this stuff, but I don't think Allegri is that daring. Like he
better take shrooms, cocaine, or something, man, to give him some creative juices flowing. I don't know, but like maybe he knows something that I don't. But like looking at it from the eye test and my perspective, I'm kind of like, dude, that was a huge missed opportunity. I know like some folks are saying like with Yildiz playing in the hole, but like first half wise, if you're afraid to play Yildiz, you might as well play Weah as your center forward and throw McKennie as your right wing back because Moretti in that hole just bothers me because it's not there. Because the thing is like when you're building up from the back, and I'll throw up the tactical board. So it's easier for me to show you guys on the board than it is for me to talk it out because I'm just thinking of some stupid like lingo and shit, and everyone's like, "What the hell is this guy on?" So if you just bear with me for 1 second, my guys. But when we're looking at it here, so I'm gonna delete this whole shenanigans here. So we're gonna start fresh. Okay, so obviously you have your tech, you have Bremer and Danilo and Gatti. Don't mind the numbers. We're just going to use these pegs just for the idea here. So what he did was he threw Kostic over here. You have Rabiot over here. You have Loca right there. And then you have, it was McKennie and then Weah. And then here you have Moretti and then you have Keane. So the issue that I had with this is now offensively when you're building, so obviously Kostic goes up here, Danilo slides here, and then Rabiot and Locatelli. So Locatelli becomes the auxiliary back, and Rabiot goes here because if you've noticed offensively, Allegri likes to attack in a diamond pattern, or I like to call it a parallelogram. So it's always in this kind of thing. The issue is when you have Rabiot here, Rabiot cannot play with the ball to save his life. It is absolutely atrocious. So now you're looking at to connect the offense because again, Moretti's kind of in this weird shape. You need Rabiot to essentially play or switch play on this right side. Him playing on the ball is not good. No bueno. Because the thing is, go ahead.
I was gonna say, going off of what you were gonna say, man. There's so many times I noticed there's like someone opening a wing, and all they had to do was get the nice little long pass, and they're gone, and no one does it. No one does it.
Earlier, man. That's why we should be scared of this game. This game put our limitations on full exposure.
Okay. I have one question, Dash. What do you think about instead of in the positioning aspect? So instead of what Rabiot is doing, we switch it with Locatelli.
Problem is you can't. So you're saying, so let me actually put these so I don't confuse people. Rabiot's 23,
25.
Am I wrong in saying that Locatelli is fucking toothless?
Yes. Or I mean, not wrong. You're accurate. All right. So what you're saying, Jeff, is switch them like this.
Yeah.
So this puts more pressure on your back line because Bremer can't play with the ball. Gatti, as well as Gatti can play with the ball, Gatti is the high risk, high reward kind of guy. Where like if he does it, it looks fucking phenomenal and Frankie creams his pants. And if it doesn't, it ends up being.
That's why I'm not on face cam right now. That goal did it to me too much. I'm sorry, guys.
So that's the issue when you have Rabiot here instead of Locatelli. Because with Locatelli, you have. I'm not saying that he's terrible, but you have basic ball movement and ball control skills. Where Rabiot, guys, I mean, dude has concrete feet when it comes to touching the ball. So when you're doing it like this, now on the offensive third, you're relying on Rabiot to create, and it just doesn't make sense for me tactically for Rabiot. Rabiot needs
got me at the Rabiot and create part.
So when I put McKennie, he's a Vidal. Like someone said, he's like a younger Vidal.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that.
He got that dog in him, but he ain't got no.
But that's it. That's pretty much it.
He ain't got no feet. He got that dog in him, but no feet.
I'm not gonna lie, it gets tiresome being right all the time.
Shut up.
And then when we look at it up top, and that's why I don't like with Moretti being in the hole, because the problem is the ball doesn't get this far when you're relying on Rabiot. Like we don't get to this point because of it. And when you have McKennie and Weah here, yeah, they overlap on the right side, but it's just that. Like you have these three, and then that's pretty much it offensively. Like it. For me, the one thing that I would have loved to see is I would have loved to see this. So you move in there, you go here, Moretti plays here. So, and then now you have that alternating pivot because the issue is like, for example, if Locatelli was playing on the right, which he was to help facilitate the offense on the right, because then you would have this here. So Loca predominantly was like this for the most part. You have Gatti, Weah, and McKennie. The issue is now Danilo had to shift up to be that auxiliary pivot. So So Kostic was here, Rabiot was here, and then Bremer would be holding this area here. So essentially what happens today is Danilo's the pivot on the left, so Loca could be the pivot on the right because Moretti's not there. If Moretti's playing deeper in the hole, essentially it's Loca on the left, Moretti holds the right, and then whoever's the right wing back will sync up with Moretti and such. But today that was the issue. And then again, offensively, when we look at things offensively, and we'll move Loca back over here, Danilo over here, him over here. Moretti and Keane, because Moretti is going to drop down to cover any of the deficiencies on the left or the right side. That leaves Keane all by himself. So to get to Keane, you're essentially crossing through this area of traffic because Juric loves to stack the box. So like for my NFL people, he likes to put 7 in the box, essentially, to stop the run game because that's how Juric plays. He puts a bunch of players in the middle. So the only way that you're really able to get through to Keane is something high and over the top. And if you're in all honesty with that, your creativity or your goal scoring opportunities when you're playing like that is slim to none. You have like an X goals of 0.15 because that's you score 1 out of 15 chances you get like that. And with Keane, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad you put that you pointed this because I was saying this earlier. Do you think Allegri kind of purposely played like this so that he can expose Torino's bad set piece play? For example, they were weak on set pieces in today's game. Are they normally bad on set pieces on previous games? And why he necessarily utilized this strategy?
So this isn't where I'm more so going towards on this. This is more so how you do it in an open play setting, more than you do in a set piece. Because in a set piece, it doesn't really matter when you're doing a set piece tactic. When you do a set piece tactic, so essentially what happens is the defense lines up. Let me get rid of these lines so it's easier for you guys to see. So the defense has their line essentially here like this, and then you have your guys occupying certain spaces to play like a dummy or something. And then you have your main set piece taker line up over here and throw a ball here. So what the idea is error in the air game. Torino's not that good in clearing balls and set pieces. So the idea is for a free kick, it's different for a free kick than it is an open play. An open play.
And even in the open play, though, I feel like Vanya Milinkovic-Savic was very exposed on those type of plays where Kostic would cross the ball in the air, and Vanya wasn't able to clear it out properly. And do you think Allegri maybe might have noticed that and try to use this game plan prior to the game?
It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible, but there's also some things that we saw that it's just kind of I mean, obviously, go ahead.
We cut them through the middle a number of times. We just did not have the finishing prowess in those instances. So I agree with the assessment, but I do want to say that we were able to make a lot of penetration through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a first, right? Because normally that's one of the things that I've been saying for a while is that we just don't look very threatening in the middle.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things where you kind of get that foothold. And I really do think, and for me, I thought it was a huge missed opportunity that we didn't do this at all when we played today as a formation. I really think that was a missed opportunity. Because in my opinion, when you're pivoting like this, when you have Moretti, because Weah and Keane have a very good control of the ball and very good offensive positioning, I just thought that these two would be so dynamic off each other. And then, for example, you'd have Keane overlapping here as well, Weah over here. And then, I don't know. Maybe they know something more than I know, obviously, but I just thought that was a huge missed opportunity.
Going off of what you're saying too, I feel like I said, Keane's holding play has been phenomenal. He gets it and they don't take it from him.
Yeah,
and with Weah's speed, running right past Keane, he could probably lay it off to him easily.
Yeah, and look, Keane doesn't get a sore back for holding up defenders, but that's just me being petty. But I just thought that this would be something that Allegri would experiment at some point because I believe he did that. But oops.
I do think though that Allegri, when he brought up Keane, I think his whole purpose of bringing him was to make him play him as a wing back. I don't disagree with you though. I don't necessarily disagree with you at all. I wouldn't mind seeing that and trying something new. Obviously, I'm always open to new ideas because what we're doing now isn't really that effective.
This was another thing that we saw right towards the end of the game, but it wasn't McKennie. It was what, Milik?
I think Milk's 14.
Is he 14?
I think so, yeah.
Because Milik and Yildiz are doing the two up top there.
Because I thought he was playing Yildiz in the hole, but I'm trying to remember who we got subbed because I was driving during the last like 10 minutes.
King got subbed out.
You remember for who?
For
Yildiz. King was the one who got subbed out for Yildiz.
And then did Fajoli come in at all?
No.
Why do I feel like I have an extra player?
Fajoli should have been starting today ahead of Moretti. He has more insights.
You switch Moretti with Yildiz when it was Keane instead of.
Okay, there we go. I'm like sitting there, I'm like, why am I having a brain? Whoops. Oh, this is another formation that I kind of wanted to see get experimented because I saw it in training where it got experimented, where you have it more so like this, because this forces Locatelli to play in his more natural position as a double pivot, and Rabiot is naturally a pivot more than he is anything else. And then your trequartista, which would be either Yildiz or whoever, but this was something that I was kind of hoping to see, right? Because, the way that you play it like this, so you would have Allegri's diamond per se here, and then you'd have, so he would open up a little bit here, he would follow up here, and then you'd have Allegri's second diamond, because the rule of thumb that I want to teach you guys when you're watching Allegri ball this season is he likes his diamond play, his parallelograms or his play in diamonds. I don't know, maybe he listens to a lot of Rihanna and likes to shine bright like one, but Allegri is a big fan, and maybe it's Maninelli or whoever, but as far as a tactical approach, Allegri loves his diamonds. That's usually how his passage of play comes, but the issue is you need a lot more short passing specialists to handle that kind of workload.
So Rabiot?
I don't know. So like Anatoly, it's again 4-1-2-1-2. It's pretty much it's a diamond lineup, right? So it's one of these old school ones. I think it's a 4. So Loca's here. It's kind of like this.
He also gets corrected on his number.
Cool. To be honest with you, I barely see him play that much. That's why I forget his number.
So 34 was the one that you came up with.
Usually the youngsters have something obnoxious like 34.
So you just made it up and hope nobody would notice.
Yeah. The only issue with doing something like this is where do you put Danilo in this, right? Because
right back.
You can't put him at right back.
I know.
You'd have to sacrifice either Bremer or Gatti for this.
I know he couldn't.
So
Bremer.
So you would have to put this, because Bremer can't play in a back four effectively.
What if you put Gatti as a CDM?
Well, I also think with this formation we need explosive fullbacks, like fullbacks.
Well, you do with Weah. I mean, you have that.
Weah can be done, and maybe Cambiaso.
That's a lot of space to cover for the fullbacks.
I agree. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I think that is a very fullback centered formation, is what I'm trying to say.
The issue that lies in with this formation is going to be this area here. These guys. Look, these two cannot be in the midfield at the same time. They step on each other's toes. McKennie and Rabiot cannot play together in a midfield. They can play one for the other, but that's actually a good one. Illing. I forgot Illing's number. Anybody remember Illing's number? Because he changed his recently too. It used to be 41.
22.
Or it's 22 now?
I believe so.
For Illing? No.
Yeah, Weah's 22. He replaces.
That's Weah.
21?
My bad.
Oh man.
No,
These youngsters always change their damn numbers.
I think it's 17. I think it's 17.
That sounds right because that was Costage's number last year.
We're terrible content creators. We forget our numbers. We're fired.
Professionals.
Exactly. If we're playing fantasy, so if I was playing fantasy footy here, so what I would do is I would sell Dusan and buy Lukaku. No, I'm just kidding.
Chill out.
So you would want to do this. I'm going to do the unpopular. So this is what I would think, right? So I would put Chiesa here, and then I would throw Keane up here.
Confirmed 17 on the Juve website.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I
Awesome.
said it.
So if we were to run something like this, and I would probably sacrifice McKennie for Jolie. So what you'd want to do in a formation like this that Anatoly suggested is you would have your dynamism with Illing and Weah, where they would be able to transition up and down. You would have your main. This is your main guy. This is the guy that gets the most touches besides Loca. So the ones that have the ball would be the ones that would be touching the ball the most. So like, for example, Locatelli would be touching the ball from this line all the way to here. This is where Loca is getting most of the touches. Chiesa, and this is where I think that's a little bit of maturity issue with Chiesa, is Chiesa needs to be decisive and mature from this point on. And I don't mean mature as like Chiesa is like an idiot and he's an immature toddler, but like as far as decision making, anticipating plays, building plays. So for this to be really effective, Chiesa needs to really be the mastermind behind it. This would be essentially air quotes with the strongest players currently available.
Can I make one objection?
Go for it.
Yeah, I just think that with Chiesa playing that position, I think he has his touches. He's got good dribbling capabilities, but like, I don't think he's much of a creator, like to be able to create play. That's my only concern with Chiesa. I think he's got a good shot. I think he can dribble past players. I think I'd rather sacrifice either Dusan or Keane and put in Chiesa and then put Fagioli in there.
See, but that lies in the maturity issue that I mentioned, right? Because the thing is Chiesa has the attributes to go this way, to go this way. So when you're putting him here, you're essentially utilizing 50% of his capability. When I'm looking at it from a performance perspective as a coach, because you're not really going to attack this way when you're at this point of the field, when you're playing that too. You're only going this way. So essentially, you've effectively taken half of his game out. So one of the things that, and I will give him props, that Berardi does quite well, even though Berardi is isolated out here, he's a right winger by trade, Berardi knows how to go into the middle and really adjust things around. And I believe Colin is my witness because Colin knows a lot about Berardi, but Berardi kind of tracks from touchline to center, and he's able to create and distribute the ball. I'm not saying he's better than Chiesa, but as far as of a maturity standpoint and understanding and reading the game, Berardi does that quite well.
Simple solution would be just sell Chiesa.
Simple solution. You trade Dusan for Lukaku.
No. We bring in Santiago Jimenez. We steal him from Real Madrid.
I would keep Dusan this year, have him do well enough, and then sell him for good money in the summer.
Look, I mean, I know we're joking, but like Lukaku's actually doing really good for Roma right now. He's 3-5.
I think it's more the system he's playing in.
Hey, I'm just saying, at least Lukaku won't give us lower back soreness for missing a game.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He has injury. He's been injured in the past quite easily as well. So
I'm just saying, look, that's the first time I've ever heard a player say that he can't play because his lower back is sore.
I think our generation is weak. That's what it is.
Like that to me, when I heard that was just wild.
What, sciatica?
Like, I mean, I play as a striker, and I've never had a back issue like that before, unless like I'm doing some extracurricular activities.
Which you never do. So
I never.
Wait, where's Tex Girl?
Where's Tex Girl?
I wonder how the girls in Torino are like. I wonder.
Ask Kevin. Kevin will know.
Yeah,
He'll answer that question.
Because do they develop back problems? I don't know. It's like
I just, to be honest, man, as a former athlete, because I'm not a professional athlete or anything like that, that to me just surprises me, right? Like, I can understand Chiesa with a hamstring because if you pop your hammy, you're screwed.
Yeah.
But like, seriously, like lower back soreness?
It's a little suspect, but did I explain it?
Theory on this?
What?
Like you said, Dave posted something like he had a theory on.
Yes,
injury, I believe.
I mentioned it on one of the FC streams, but I can go on about it here. So basically, everything's connected, which I know is an oversimplification. But he had a pull Beja. Now, there's a lot of nerves, and it's a very narrow opening, like coming through the pelvis, right? So a lot of stuff is happening in that pelvis groin area, and it does kind of wrap around from like the front of your leg up through your pelvis and wraps around and attaches to your low back. So there is a possibility, it's a theory, I'm not saying this is it, but it's a theory I have, that perhaps because of the aggravation he's had with his pull Beja and how those things are connected to his lower back, it's probably a knock-on symptom of that pull Beja that he didn't address to begin with, because you always hyper-focus on the injury you have now, and then you forget about the counterbalance, essentially. So he probably developed an imbalance between his front of his hip and his lower back. So just my theory. Take it or leave it.
Makes sense.
well, like
He's still a bitch.
He's still a bit. He's like, yeah, he's still soft. And I just like, because it was funny because him and McKenny were like kind of like bantering in training, and like he called McKenny soft in a sense, and I'm like, bro, you can't be calling McKenny soft when you like hurt your back. Like I was like, that's just that ain't it, dude.
I also have another weird theory. I always find it weird that like Chiesa and Vlahovic, well, at least especially with Chiesa, gets injured before an international game.
Dude, I saw that comment on our preview. I died laughing. He's like, maybe he's trying to get out of going to playing for Italy.
I'm starting to think that, which is fine. I don't care.
Interesting. Unless he gets healthy for Italy, then it goes the other way.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess if he gets healthy for Italy and then he comes back injured, then sell him. Sell him to Liverpool or somebody. Even though don't, because I love him. Okay, so Anatoly's saying Conte and Juve create similar triangles of play in front. The person with the ball always has two available players who can take the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard, especially that era too, right? Like that was Barcelona, tiki-taka, and Madrid and all that. Triangles, passing triangles. It's moving away from that though. Who was it that posted that that thing on the Discord?
I think it was probably me. The YouTube video with relationism and positional style of play. Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, so it gets into that a little bit, right? How you can still play structured with the triangles, but then you can kind of go the other way and be more free flowing, which a lot of modern teams are exploring right now, right? But then
that's the old way of playing too, though.
Yeah, like it's a cycle. It always goes back.
I don't mind the free flowing game, until the other teams start recognizing how you play, and then they find a weakness within the way you're playing. It was like the same thing even with Tiki Taka. Say everybody found out the way that Barcelona was playing, and then Mourinho exposed them.
No matter what you do, there's always going to be a weakness. There's nothing impenetrable, right?
100%, yeah.
Speaking of Mourinho, does he still have a job after this weekend?
We'll see.
Oh yeah.
I did want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Is Thiago Motta the next super Italian coach?
Yeah.
He may be.
He's on the right trajectory.
In Motta we trust.
I told my buddy this. I told him to watch out for Bologna because I think they're going to cause some damage.
Because I just remember everybody talking shit to us about drawing against Bologna.
No, that team is not a joke.
Make Bologna great again.
Apparently.
Yeah, because I thought that was impressive. They went down 2-0 in the San Siro and came back and tied it.
I also think that player Xerxes has got a lot of potential. Like he's pretty good.
Oh, dude, he was snapping. He was dicing
he's
up
really good.
that inter defense like
him.
nothing.
Yeah, he's really, really good. But I like how the way only thing with the Thiago Motta formation is I think they're very, very like they're quite exposed on like defense. Like defending wise, they're not that good, but they can attack really well.
So they're currently in 8th place right now. 2-5-1. So they just scrape by. But I think for a team like Bologna, who, I mean, previous seasons may not have even survived, not bad.
I also have another wild take. I think Genoa might cause a problem with Milan.
That game's about to start.
Right? Yeah, starts in,
I think Genoa is a sleeper.
Yeah, it starts right now, actually.
I think Alberto Gilardino is probably a pretty decent coach, solid coach.
Yeah, I think Genoa is going to be a sleeper team. Like, I'm not saying they're going to be like top 7 or top 8, but like 11th or 12th.
Not a team I would not a team I would underestimate either.
Yeah, because they took Napoli to school. They just let Napoli get back in that game.
This year they shouldn't underestimate any team.
100%. I think for Genoa, I think they have that one player, Retegui.
He's injured, I think, isn't he?
Is he injured?
Yeah. Yeah, because he was supposed to start for Italy. Retegui and Immobile are both out.
They had this one guy. What's his name? It's like Gunderson. I don't know. I can't really pronounce his name. I think yeah, he's not bad. That guy can ball.
I got a little mini update. Jay Women just scored 87th minute against Milan.
Beauty.
Nice.
Julia Grosso.
No, it was not Grosso. It was Ariana Caruso.
Ah,
is she even playing? I don't know.
Who is she even playing?
I just want to piss Dave off.
Fuck you, Dash. Don't
you,
piss my ladies. Love my ladies.
Oh,
that is big. 88th minute, 1-0.
87th minute, 1-0 against the Milan women. Hopefully.
And also, if Juve does play Genoa, we also have Malinowski that plays for that team. So Malinowski's usually got a pretty good track record against Juve.
He is, yeah. Different team now, though. But yeah, I mean Zapata. He gave us a couple worries tonight, but
they weren't honestly the Torino attacking line was really underwhelming, and they've been underwhelming for every game I've seen them play against Juve.
So yeah, well, they didn't have any. They ended with 0 shots. Yeah, they didn't. I mean,
they were very underwhelming. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. How many of you guys found it funny when Keane found out the goal was offside and he shoved the shit out of Weah?
Dude,
I missed that.
He was, bro.
Oh,
he did his gritty. I was like, okay, let's go. Keane back. Let's go. He hit the gritty.
That's the only thing that would have made the stay perfect was the Keane goal.
This shit was fucking hilarious. He's like, all right, I got it. Turns around, looks at it. Huh? Fuck out of here.
Oh, that's got to be a meme. Oh,
I'm downloading this. I'm 100% downloading this.
Yeah. Sorry.
The way that he shoved him. The way that he shoved him.
Like, fuck off. Yeah, there's definitely a voiceover to that.
No.
Oh, I got the perfect voiceover. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not a voiceover, Dash.
As soon as he shoves him, just put Timmy.
Yeah, you gotta put the John Cena one, for the referees when you can't see them, when they can't see shit. Actually, that's a good one.
I thought today's game was pretty evenly officiated, though.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy we won, but holy hell. Like, if we play like this against Milan, we're getting clapped.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I don't know. We're watching Milan right now.
Yeah, it depends. We got to see how Milan plays against Genoa. If they're having a shit show, I mean.
No. Hey, we can't. No, like, unfortunately, I hate being this guy, but Milan has had our number for like the last 3-4 years. Like, it's just. I don't. they could lose 5-0, but somehow just magically turn up against us. Like I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's a matchup thing. That's what it is.
Oh, they're looking good so far.
I'm actually gonna turn that on.
So yeah,
I'm just nervous to see the new Milan signings. Honestly, against Juve, like Pulisic, he's adapted really well. Same with Loftus-Cheek. Even Chukwueze's been adapting pretty well to the Serie A. Dudes, like they're scary guys.
Yeah, that I have to agree with as well.
Milan is I believe I said it in the preview video. I said Milan's a more dangerous team than Inter in my opinion because they've got young, dynamic guys that are just absolutely wild.
You got guys that are just hungry. You have Pulisic and
Frankie loves hungry man.
Dude, they can't. Oh yeah, I was talking earlier about Bremer and Zapata, two big meaty men slapping meat against each other. You know.
Whoa! Whoa! Pause. Wait a minute.
No pause. No pause.
No chill.
I said what I said.
I stand by what I said. I said it because I meant it.
No chill, man. No chill.
Mama's way.
Oh,
Vlad was saying, what's the percentage that Locatelli and Rabiot start all 38 games? 100% unless one of them tweaks something.
Yeah,
98%, 97% with injury.
Rabiot needs a fucking break. The guy looks exhausted.
I think this question we should ask Momblano. I think that's a really good question.
Percentage, Momblano percentage is Rabiot going for the France call up?
Probably knowing him.
Does anybody care about the French team?
No.
I mean, I heard Mbappe is in a club somewhere in Paris. You know, that guy has like a ridiculous partying issue. It's actually kind of funny.
I'm not surprised.
Like everyone's like, yeah, Kylian Mbappe doesn't even train anymore. He just goes to the club every weekend. I'm like, well, yeah, if I was stuck in PSG, I would too.
I would too if I was in Paris.
It's in the prime of his life, boys. Why not?
Them French women. That's all I gotta say.
Oui.
I think with Mbappe is he prefers the alternative women.
Oh, that's true.
So KF and Vlad call in. This is their take, anyways. That if we beat Milan twice this year, we have the Scudetto. It automatically unlocks instant achievement.
It's a possibility. It's a pretty good possibility. I could see it. I said it before. People were like going on Inter. Like Inter does have some good squad depth, but their problem is Inzaghi's not a good league coach. I'll say it many times.
I just think Inzaghi's a bum.
I agree. I remember this year in March where like my buddies were like, I want to get rid of Inzaghi. I hate Inzaghi. And then when April and May came in and Inter made it to the Champions League final, they just shut up. It was just that silence. So
I never understood with guys like that. Like, has nobody ever just gone up to them and be like, "You need a haircut"?
Who, Inzaghi?
Yeah, same with Conte, right? Well, he's got a toupee, but like, nobody's gonna be like,
I have no hair, Dave. It's toupee. It's fake.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you live in Italy. Surely somebody has insulted your hair. Surely.
I think he has a hot wife. I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
Was it Conte? Like, remember what was his face? Fuck. Someone on Sevilla was like 4 or 5 years ago made fun of his toupee, and Conte's like, "Yo, meet me in the parking lot." He played on Sevilla in the Europa League final in like 2020, 2021. He was, damn it, I know it. He was Argentinian. I think he played at either Milan or Inter at one point.
Campos is the only one I can think of at the moment.
Yeah,
No.
Acuna, Campos. I'm just looking up Argentinian players. Acuna, Campos, Papu Gomez.
No, not Papu.
Montiel. I'm just listing up Argentinian players that I know from there.
Let me look it up because it was fucking hilarious. I'm gonna see if I can find that clip.
Oh,
Banega, the Batman. Yes.
It's in my mind right now too. It's the same time.
Dude, it was hilarious. Banenga's like, "Hey, at least I have hair," and Conte's like, "Well, fuck you. Meet me in the parking lot." Like Conte dead ass.
Banega would have shown up.
Banega would have.
You know what I would have liked to watch two coaches fight? I think it would be Mourinho and Conte. Or
No,
Conte and Tuchel.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Conte and Tuchel, because those two nearly squared up. Like Tuchel gave him like a lousy handshake, and like Conte took it personally. So like those two were just kind of like squaring up for no freaking reason, and only for them both to get fired in 4 weeks.
Nah, personally, I think Gattuso's still like that dude.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's Gattuso, man. Like, I think he's entertaining.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
I was going to say it.
He's in Spain right now, isn't he?
Marseille.
Oh wow, he's in France.
Yeah.
BC.
Olympic Marseille.
Hey, does anybody know? Did Pirlo finally get a win yet, or is he still?
I'm not sure.
Sarah
I haven't
Villa
been
snuck
paying
it up.
attention to theory to at all.
I just remember all those people that were like, "We fired him too soon. He's an amazing coach."
1 win, 3 draws.
I
4 points.
have one thing to say about that. If we didn't have Cristiano Ronaldo in the Pirlo era, we would have been a lot worse.
Oh, we
I
would
would
have
say
been 7th or 8th.
10th place max.
I think that was the reason Ronaldo was like. I think that's the reason why Ronaldo's like, "Fuck this, I'm out."
So it's official. Woman do
Yeah, shit, I'm out.
1-0.
Hopefully, it's a sign of things to come.
Yeah.
Gallardino just got a yellow card.
I wonder what's going on in that game. Yeah, I can.
No, Milan.
Yeah.
I mean, things are happening. Somebody's on the ground crying right now.
Leao.
All right, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna leave y'all to this.
Yeah, I think people are interested in this Milan match.
Yeah,
We might.
Yeah.
Yeah, me as well. I gotta go cry to Chimney anyways.
How many of you
All right, guys, you gotta do
delinquents?
another watch along with the Milan fans.
Bones,
What?
you gonna
Oh,
get
no.
into some pro clubs tonight?
I'm down for
Probably
tonight.
later.
I'm free tonight.
Okay.
Usual time, like around 7:30 ish. This is usually when y'all gotta hop on.
I'll probably be like 8-ish.
8-ish.
right.
That's fine. That works with me.
So there's the advertisement for
That's where you
the.
met.
I'm about to hit
Delinquents.
the-
Oh, Dave knows. I got assigned to a project. It's like in a far away city, so like my weekdays have been fucked.
But today's not a weekday.
Wow, you didn't say I wasn't gonna join today. Jeez, man. God damn.
Colin's aggressive when it comes to the pro clubs.
Colin's like-
He is.
he's like, "You bring that ass here, boy. I'm
He
gonna need
nerfs
them
him
left winger
so
shit
hard.
here."
Colin's the
Dragging,
biggest
man.
I say you guys are gonna need to like help me stat pad so I can level up faster. Because you guys are what, mid 80s now?
Yeah.
Well, not everybody, but yeah.
Because I've been
Colin-
like,
I think
I've been
Colin's
keeping.
highest. I think Colin's the highest rated, like 85 or 86 or something like that.
Colin,
Depends
it's
on
okay to go outside, buddy. Don't worry. You can put the pro clubs down. Go outside, get some sunlight, get some vitamin D.
I hit a game hard for a few months, and then I usually let it go for a bit.
KF wants you guys to play at a UK friendly time. You gotta. How are you guys not letting the Specsavers guy play?
Sometimes, like I'll play in the mornings on the weekend.
When Specsavers gets Turin Giants a sponsorship, I'll play whenever the fuck he wants.
Yes,
been
lads.
calling.
I'll do that for you.
Oh Lord. Well, I'm out of here, guys. I gotta hit the books. I got a big midterm next week, so
Oh boy, he's always
8
studying
p.m.
this
Eastern.
man.
God, I know this kid. What a model student.
Well, let's roll it out.
What?
Oh, that's not.
That's the wrong one.
What?
I thought you did that on purpose.
I thought he did that on purpose.
No, you put it at the top of the list. That's how it works.
That's what she said. Alrighty, so everybody, thanks for tuning in, and remember, guys, like, subscribe, follow, join the Discord, and always remember that we love you. All right, guys, we'll catch you.
Good night, Forza Juve. See ya on the next one, whenever that may be. Stay tuned. Love y'all.